Don't get mad at tire kickers, engage them. Hi everyone, my name is Wayne Pollack. I'm an attorney who helps other attorneys engage the audiences that are vital to their firm's success, including their clients, their referral sources, their employees, and the media. In this video, nurture tire kickers and help convert them from tire kickers to clients. In a recent video, I talked to you about tire kickers and how today's tire kickers could be tomorrow's clients. And at the end of that video, I told you that the way to help get those tire kickers to become clients is to nurture them and engage them with educational content. In this video, we'll dive in a little bit more deeply into that topic. So put yourself in the shoes of a tire kicker to your firm. Let's say you have signed up for an email list or you downloaded some piece of information from a vendor and you're not quite sure that you're ready to actually buy that service or that product. Well, if the vendor sends you emails over a period of time, a consistent period of time that educates you, what does that make you feel? How does that make you feel toward the vendor? Now compare that to a vendor who sends you sales emails only and doesn't educate you. How do you feel now? That's how tire kickers feel. When you are engaging your tire kickers through educational content, you are helping to build a relationship and assure them that when they are ready to move, perhaps with engaging a lawyer, they'll come to you because they feel like your content is answering the questions they might have and demonstrating that you and your firm are knowledgeable about the legal issues that they might be facing. If all you did was sell, and all you did was just prompt them to call you for a consultation, that obviously isn't education, but it feels too heavy-handed, it feels too salesy. And remember, the reason why people are probably tire kickers is because they're not quite ready to commit. They don't quite have all the information that they need in order to make a decision. If you are just selling to them through email, that is not going to help you. That's not going to help them get over the hump. It's just reminding them how to reach out and contact you, which I'm sure they know already because they found you once before. When you're educating your tire kickers, you are able to get them to feel a bit more comfortable and feel more certain that you and your firm are the ones who could help them. And a great way to provide this kind of content is to answer the kinds of questions you expect them to have about their issue. If you're in family law, think about the issues that people might be facing when they're pursuing divorce or custody or child support issues. If you're in criminal law, you can think about the same issues that people might have. You have all of these opportunities based on your everyday contacts with clients, with referral sources, with other people who might have issues that they need your help with. You have all this experience that you could draw upon and create content around that is almost certainly going to apply to tire kickers. And what's great is once you build this email loop, once you build this email drip campaign, which I've recorded another video about, and I'll link to that in the description here. Once you've created this drip campaign and this program, you can just add to it. And it's really set it and forget it. You have a program of emails, and if someone comes to you on the first of the month and they're a tire kicker, you can provide this information to them and set it out over the course of weeks or months. And guess what? When someone comes to you next month or the month after, you just start them from the beginning of that email campaign, and now they have the information at the same rate that the person had a few months ago. So it requires some thought here to come up with the content. Maybe all you have to do is repurpose previous blog posts and other emails you may have done, email newsletters. But the gist here is that when you have a tire kicker, you want to engage them with educational content, not with sales material. Now, some people tell you 80% educational information, 20% sales, or 50-50. I think it's like 95% educational and like 5% sales. Because remember, they know where to find you. You're emailing them. They can simply remind you, they can simply reply to your emails and ask for a consultation. So I think the less sales you do and the more education that you provide to a tire kicker, you'll have a more likelihood of success of converting that tire kicker to a client. And after all, isn't that the point? We want our tire kickers, we want people who are poking around and looking for more information to eventually realize that they should come to us for their legal needs. If you have any questions about putting together this kind of educational content campaign, please visit lawfirmeditorialservice.com. You'll find some blog posts and videos there that will help you understand how best to create content that will serve your clients' needs, answer their questions, and of course, hopefully convert those tire kickers into clients.